Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
Hey, what's happening, my friends? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real, so please do me a favor. Kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Look, my friends, let me take this cord out. I'm here. There we go. I had to move this cord. It was in my way. I'm here in the Evolve Imagery studio. So shout out to Evolve Imagery, a place where you can get all your go-to things media wise, whether if it's you want to rent the space out for photography, videography, or podcasting. So I'm actually here in the podcast room sounding pretty sharp. I don't know about you, but I sound pretty sexy. Anyways, y'all. All right, let me stop playing with y'all. But as always, thank you so much for tuning into the Arrington Gavin Show. We got a lot on tap for you today. More on the response of the right after the Bad Bunny performance, the record-breaking Bad Bunny performance, by the way. I believe we're now looking at like well over 140 million views. Because folks are obviously continuing to watch it on YouTube and other platforms. Actually, I had the opportunity to speak with a young lady of Puerto Rican descent, and she just shared the moment how, I cried. I mean, I watched it. My whole family and I, we watched it. She said it was a win for us. It was something that we needed. We needed uplifting in some form or fashion, because when we see the disgrace about our culture and who we, what we stand for, being shared by a evil individual that knows absolutely nothing about the culture. And so she said, no, it was a huge win. I cried. We continue to play it time and time again when we had the time to repeat it. I mean, it was a beautiful moment. So, but yeah, other folks think the opposite. Other folks thought it was, a disgrace to America. I mean, look, I already shared the clip. I'm not going to share it again of Megyn Kelly, that hot mess. She continues to, and I'm like, Sirius XM, I don't get it. Like, obviously it's corporate greed at its finest, because they're like, hey, look, she brings in the numbers, she brings in the conservative audience, and obviously she must be popular. She has well over a million subscribers on YouTube, probably more than that. She's racking up in the subscribers. But I will say, digital media has a much larger conservative presence than liberal digital media. Okay, when it comes to corporate media, you have more. I think you might have more liberal networks. You have your ABC, your NBC, CNN, MS Now. They lean, even though some might lean more moderate, they're still quite more liberal. I think I've already said ABC. But then you have, your Fox News, your News Nation, your Newsmax, right? Those are like some of your much larger conservative networks, but it's a larger, I think, conservative presence digitally. And so Megyn has a large platform, but Megyn continues to just go off the deep end. Like, really, she just goes out there. Her, alongside other folks on the right, has been criticizing Bad Bunny, the NFL, calling them sellouts. I mean, again, it's extremely comical, my friends. It's extremely comical, and I don't need to explain it again. But for those that didn't hear me, I will share it. Let's backtrack here. Music alone has no significant specific language. Music is universal. Music brings culture together. Music brings people together of different backgrounds, different communities. Music is the universal language. Two, the Super Bowl halftime show is about performers of all genres, all backgrounds. It's not just American performers, because if it was just American performers, then the Rolling Stones would have never performed. The Who would have never performed. U2 would have never performed with Bono and all of them. Paul McCartney would have never performed. So, Cry Me a River, when you bring up the argument that this is an American sport, this is an American game, we need American this, American that. That's not the case. Third, Puerto Rico is U.S. territory. When you're born in Puerto Rico, you are a U.S. citizen. Now, I'll get the argument. Well, can we vote on politics out in Puerto Rico? Can we do no. Look, I say again, Puerto Rico is U.S. territory. Then, in addition to that, the NFL is not a national sport. It is a global sport. I repeat, it's not a national sport. It is a global sport. How many games did the NFL have overseas? I was watching games where they played in Brazil. I watched games where they were playing in London multiple times. They have 9 games overseas next season. Back in the day, they used to have NFL Europe. My friends, the performance was performed by Spotify's most streamed artists. Most streamed artists. You hear me? He's not streamed from just folks in his community. He streams from folks of all race, nationalities, and backgrounds, meaning that he's a quite popular individual. The man just was crowned, was crowned a Grammy for Album of the Year. Okay, so seems like he's pretty popular and other people like him. You just got a few bad apples that don't know jack squat about music, that are bigots, that are extremely offensive, that don't want to see change, and that's okay, because you know what? They can be in their own bubble. Let them stay by themselves. But at the end of the day, I love change. Change is growth. The more you know, the more you know. Okay? If you want to grow as a society, if you want to build a community, then you have to, for one, open your arms this wide, because this is America. Last time I checked, America was about freedom. Freedom, y'all. So it's extremely sad that when I do come across these comments, they don't belong here, go back to where you came from, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, Well, in my opinion, if you're like that, then y'all shouldn't be here. Y'all shouldn't be here. Country was built on freedom. It was built on diversity. It was built on rhythm. You know, folks are scared of Reggae Nation, but they're not scared of, not Reggae Nation, reggaeton, but they're not scared of insurrectionists? Interesting. But I could go on and on, my friends, just about the fools that have been responding of Bad Bunny, because it's going to be a long going conversation, argument, you name it. Also, because I want to continue on what we have planned for the show. We have a former pitchman, a very popular pitchman, who is running for Congress, I believe in Florida. Is it Florida or is it Texas? Oh, it's in Texas, excuse me. It's in Texas. He's running for Congress in Texas. Also, Uh, have you? I don't. How can I put this? Because it's for men and women, married, not married. I want to ask you this question: is it wrong to live off your spouse? How do you feel about that? How do you feel like not working at all and you have one person in the relationship, making all the money, paying all the bills, and you are, you know, you don't work. You are just, yeah, you are not contributing. Now, I'm not trying to offend those who are uh uh at home individuals, whether if you're at home husband, at home wife, you obviously are taking care of the household. You're taking care of other stuff. But I'm always my wife and I, we always have the back and forth, just just kind of debate, not an argument, um, in regards to a one income household, right? What's that in? So then, if it's one income household, what are we to expect from the individual who doesn't work? I want to bring you ask you guys that because it came across my feed where an individual pays the bills, covers groceries, gives their spouse a monthly allowance, right? It's extremely interesting. So we're going to talk about it. And lastly, S- Senator Tim Scott, Republican senator out of South Carolina, the only black Republican senator in Senate, was not quite happy of the recent post that President Trump had shared, where he put the faces of former President and First Lady Barack and Michelle Obama on the bodies of monkeys. Okay. Again, this man who's supposed to be the leader of the free world, well, free-ish world, uh, putting faces on animals, depicting everybody as, oh, you're these, you're this, you're that, you're that, you're this. Yeah, we gotta talk about it, y'all. We gotta talk about it. But look, we have so much stuff to cover, and I'm going past my time. I apologize. For those who are watching us right now on YouTube, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share with a friend, share with family. As you know, we are continue to grow in our subscribers each and every day, and I couldn't do it without you. So I thank you, thank you, thank you. We drop new episodes Monday through Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. In addition to that, you can also watch us on Goatverse. You can check out past episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show on Goatverse TV. It's available on the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. So be sure to download the app. It's an awesome app filled with so many amazing programs and contents like yours truly, Ting. Yes, me. Um, also, my friends, we have a campaign going on to continue to grow our subscribers. Our goal is to hit 5,000 subscribers, y'all. 5,000 subscribers. Do us a favor, continue to spread the word for those who are a fan of great conversation that you're never going to get on other programs. We here on the Aaron Gavin Show, we like to have fun and we just love to inform at the same time. I don't know everything, but one thing I do know is that in conversation, you pick up something, you learn something. And I hope that that's what you get out of this conversation here. We do not have a guest today. The guest is you and I. Okay. So we're just going to be chopping it up, talking. Oh, also, y'all, you can listen to the Aaron T. Gavin Show. We're available on a few radio stations, man. We're growing. Like I said, we're growing our audience. We're growing our listenership. Uh, WBOK, I had a brain fart there for a second. WBOK, 12:30 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show Monday through Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Again, that's on WBOK, 12:30 a.m. Shout out to our fam out there in the New Orleans area. Also, we head over to the Metro Atlanta area to WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. You can tune into the show Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then lastly, as you know, we are growing. We've added a third affiliate to our resume, and that is KSHP 1400 AM and 107.1 FM Las Vegas. You can chime into the Arrington Gavin Show Fridays at 8 p.m. West Coast time. Again, that is 8 p.m. West Coast time, KSHP 1400 AM and 107.1 FM Las Vegas. Shout out to Sin City. So on your way while you're heading to see a great show or checking out a great sporting event, because they have amazing franchises out there, like well, you got the LA Knights, you got well, football season's over, so you don't have, can't see the Raiders, but you got the Las Vegas Aces and WNBA, right? You got a lot of great sporting events there. In addition to that, on your way to the casino, maybe you might get lucky after listening to our show, and if you do, don't forget your boy. Just get. Let me get a little piece of the cut. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for, people. All right, I've talked your ear off enough. Well, we're gonna take a quick breather here. You're listening to the Arrington Gavin Show. Do not go anywhere and do not change that dial. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Let me tell you something most people get wrong about suits. A suit isn't just about you wearing it. It's how you show the world who you are. It's your handshake before you say a word, your presence when you step into any room. That's why we design statements at Dapper Luke. We don't just make suits. We'll start with the fabrics that tell your story, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blend sourced from the finest mills in Italy, the UK, and India. Then we'll combine that with your vision, your personality, and your style. Every detail is tailored to you, from the fit to the finish. Whether for your wedding, a gala, the boardroom, we specialize in creating custom suits that are unique, just like the men who wear them. We spent years perfecting this craft, apprenticing under designers in New York and showcasing collections in New York and for Baltimore Fashion Week. None of that matters as much as seeing the look on your face when you try on your custom suit. Over 900 clients have already trusted us to deliver the best custom suits. They trust me to deliver the confidence. We proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore and would be honored to bring your vision to life next. Let's create something unforgettable. Book your free consultation today at www.dapperluke.com.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up. Yeah, this that new Goat Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the show. All right, so check this out, fellas. Check this out. So I came across, I like reading a lot of new studies because I feel like it's important when we come across these studies, and if the study is true or if it's accurate, maybe we can try to study out. So check out this study. So having sex less than once a month increases the risk of male health problems by 45%. You hear me? 45%. I'll repeat so the folks in the back can hear me. Having sex less than once a month increases the risk of male health problems by 45%. Research suggests that sexual activity is closely linked to overall health, particularly for men. Regular intimacy has been associated with better heart health, improved circulation, reduced stress levels, and healthier hormone balance, all of which play a role in long term physical well being. When sexual activity becomes very infrequent, some studies have observed higher correlations with issues like increased stress, lower immune response, and cardiovascular risk. While frequency alone isn't a measure of health or relationship quality, maintaining intimacy can be one of the many factors that support both physical and mental health over time. All I can say is let the church say amen, because here's what I hear. Here's what I hear. Here's what they saying is ladies, because I'm talking to the ladies out there, that when you when your husband is looking at you, giving you that look, saying come on, especially if you have kids, the kids are asleep, okay, you know what day it is, okay. it's been 14 days, okay, all right. It's the weekend, it's Friday night, because people, in relationships now, especially in married relationship, you gotta schedule, you gotta have a schedule, you gotta put a reservation in for it, but no, all I can say is, fellas, if your lady's not doing the this at least, what do they say? They said more than once a month increases. So having it less than once a month. So I'm gonna say a good number. What is about 3 weeks, about 3 weeks in a month, right? I'm gonna say what 5 days a week, 5 days a week per month. Yeah. I think that's about good. Y'all agree? Y'all agree? 5 days a week, 5 days a week every month. Okay, I think that'll be good right there. You're welcome. Dr. Arrington has made y'all a prescription over the air. You're welcome. Let me know how it goes. Because look, people, I'm not. Look, all jokes aside, though, stress is a big thing. Stress, and it can be a hindrance on relationships always. And look, I get it. There you have some folks that their love language might not always be physical, right? It's it's talking, it's communicating, which is extremely important. I'm not saying that. Don't make intimacy the primary thing in your relationship, because that's unfair. It's like y'all found each other for a reason. Like, my wife is my best friend. I can tell her everything. I can talk with her all the time. We laugh a ton, right? We can do everything. And I do mean everything. All right, let me stop. I want to get canceled here. But seriously though, it's important. All right, regardless of age, because I know there's some old ones out there that they've been married for 60 years, and they still make time, okay, to still get it on. All right, because it's important. That's what keeps a long-lasting relationship. Okay, now after I'm done, y'all. I'm done. I know I'm acting full right now. Oh my gosh, I've had a long day. But let me go ahead on and get it going with some of our stories here. So this is our first story that I wanted to share. So, Real Housewife of New York alum. I had to look up this person because I do not watch the Real Housewives show. Obviously, I'm familiar with the what do you call it? The reality show. I'm familiar with the brand of Real Housewives. There's thousands of them. I've lost track of which ones are which, but Real Housewives of New York, I believe, was one of like the original shows back when it first started on Bravo. And one of their alum, Jill Zarin, she was one of the MAGA folks that was just distraught of what she witnessed on television during the Super Bowl halftime. She was having a fit, and she went on this rant on social media. And once again, she just assumed that she's untouchable. She thought she can say whatever she want to say and not have any response after that. But it turned out, because of her big mouth, got her ass fired. Don't feel sorry for you. Don't feel sorry for you, Jill. I do not. I don't feel sorry for you. Because here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. She went on this dumb rant. Apparently, she was going to be on scheduled to be on a new reality show on E! Called The Golden Life. Okay, The Golden Life. I don't know what that entailed, but it was supposed to be like a spinoff of the, her time on Real Housewives of New York. So let me find you the clip here. Let me play this for you, and we'll talk about what about on the other side. So hold tight as I pull that up for you.
It was the worst halftime show ever, and it's 250 years that we're celebrating right now in the United States, and I just don't think it was appropriate to have it in Spanish. And quite frankly, I didn't need to see him grabbing his, G area. I think it was totally inappropriate. You've got all these young kids watching the Super Bowl, and he doesn't have to be grabbing himself every 5 seconds. Is he so insecure? Seriously, I didn't understand it. I don't speak Spanish. I would have liked to have known the words he was saying. To me, it looked like a political statement because there were literally no white people in the entire thing. I think it was a political statement, and I'm not taking a side one way or the other. I just do. I think it was an ICE thing. And I just think that the NFL sold out, and it's very sad because this was 75 years. And, shame. Shame. And Lady Gaga got a facelift. I didn't recognize her. I literally had to Google her face to see who it was because we all couldn't agree who it was.
Oh my God, y'all.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. First of all, shame. Just a shame. Shame. 250 years of the United States. 75 years of it's a shame. You know why it's a shame? It was a political stunt because there was no white people. There was not a white people on the whole entire set. Oh, a shame. Just shameful. Oh my goodness. Okay. Arrington, how you gonna put this out? So I'm sorry. It's hard to try and find a response to that. She was complaining about he was grabbing his junk every 5 seconds. Now, again, I don't think nobody really recognized that, but apparently she was checking out his junk for every 5 seconds. So, if I was her husband, or if she's married, I don't know if she is. Maybe you might want to keep an eye on her because every 5 seconds, just rude, inappropriate for children. Okay. I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't know what he was saying. I feel like that was wrong, rude, inappropriate. And it was a political stunt. Okay. It's all about ICE, because there was no white people. Okay. I said it. There was no white people. And it was a travesty because there was no white people. This is to white people. And look, I have white friends. Okay. I know a lot of white people. So many white people, I lost count. I love y'all. But if y'all ever encounter folks like this, please explain to her, what is your problem? Seriously, what is going on here? It's not offensive, that there's not white people involved. Okay. When it's Lord of the Dance, right? The river dancing, we don't complain that it's not a black person up there. Okay. When you're watching any form of culture related performances, yeah. If I'm watching a performance that has originated from Japan, am I going to say it's very offensive? I did not see any black people. Didn't see any black people. This is 2026, ladies and gentlemen. Do y'all realize so many individuals are rolling in, they're losing sleep, they're stressing. Oh my gosh, this was so offensive. Really? The man that literally said the only thing that's bigger than hate is love and he's offensive? What? The man that literally handed his Grammy for Album of the Year to the 5-year-old that was detained by ICE is offensive? What? I mean, I wish the late great Bernie Mac was here to see this. He'd be like, America. What? Like, I would love to hear his take. I really would. So because of this video, it got her canned, it got her booted out of a job, which, hey, at the end of the day, can't blame her. I mean, I can't blame, not her, excuse me, can't blame the company for doing so. Even her own daughter, I think, went on social media basically saying, I do not stand for racism. I do not stand for, bigotry. I don't stand for, she's basically saying what my mama said was dead wrong. I don't agree with her. I'm a separate individual. Don't put me in the same boat with her. And first and foremost, you became famous of, speaking of, inappropriate for children, you became famous of fighting verbally and physically on real, like, because let's be honest, Real Housewives, most of the reality shows are trash to me. I not calling the individuals trash. I just don't like the themes of what it brings out. The Love and Hip Hop franchise, the Real Housewives all those reality shows to me is just garbage. All right, I never liked them. I don't see how they bring peace to this nation, because they don't. It's a guilty pleasure. People love to see other folks they love seeing drama. Okay, it's interesting. Coming after Lady Gaga for a facelift, ma'am. So if we go back on the list and we ask you in the past, whatever, how old you are, have you ever had any procedures done to your face, surgeries, facelift, and you over here calling out other folks saying, at least you got a facelift. I didn't recognize her. I mean, Lord have mercy. Grabbing his G area. This is like 62 years old. Ma'am, you're grown. And you over here waste time. That's why I see people of a certain age don't need to be on social media all the time running their mouth. Because we already got one of those in Washington, and it never helps them at all. So, yeah. Good luck with your endeavors, okay? Yeah, extremely offensive. Extremely offensive, my friends. And it gets even better, because now there's folks asking for an investigation, want to investigate Bad Bunny over his halftime show. So let me go ahead and play you this real quick. Let me see here if I can find it. There we go. Hold tight. Listen what the right is saying, because like I mentioned, this is going to be a continuation story here. People are always going to talk about this and have their issues and say, oh, this was so political, this performance was so political. Was it? Because the only people that made it political, in my opinion, was the right, because y'all decided to, let's have the all-American halftime show, because we do not like a full Spanish-speaking one, so we're going to hit up Kid Rock and all these other unknown name, what do you call it? Country singers that no one knows who they are. Let's just gather them up because they're available, and they can open up for Kid Rock and be on our way.
The Bad Bunny bad performance of the Super Bowl halftime. We are still investigating this. There's a lot of information that has come out about the lyrics. I saw the halftime show and was switching back and forth with the TPUSA halftime show. The lyrics, from what we have seen from Bad Bunny, are very disturbing. And if it holds true that I don't speak fluent Spanish, okay? I know how to ask where the bathroom is, but these lyrics, if it is true what was said on national television, we have a lot of questions for the entities that broadcast this, and we'll be talking with Brendan Carr from the SEC about this. But this could be much worse than the Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction. Let's put it that way. Over to the
So that was Representative Mark Alford out of what is that? Out of Montana? Is that Montana? I believe. Uh, Republican. Uh, one of many, obviously offended by the lyrics now of Bad Bunny's music. Okay, now he's calling it worse than Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction. Literally, y'all gonna waste taxpayer money for an investigation over a man's performance because y'all didn't know what they were saying. Like again, y'all get so the right is getting so Lord, I can't say it. I was about to say something, but they are so on edge of things that they're not in the know about or not included, right? It seems it's funny how when they feel out of touch on certain things or not included with things, how offended they get. But then when folks speak up about issues about different individuals, people, minorities, right, that are being mistreated, individuals that are being mistreated, it's like, oh, let's not always an excuse. That's the woke this, that's the woke that. But this man saying, I don't know any, I don't speak fluent Spanish, but I know, there was some offense, there was a disturbing and alarming lyrics there. I do know, that I do. Like, y'all, this is just it. And it's funny because the same friend I was telling you about, she's a masseuse, and a chiropractor as well, Puerto Rican descent, and she had, and I guess you could say, hey, it's a reason why people say, hey, we don't speak politics in the workplace, but really it wasn't an offensive thing at all. She wasn't trying. All she asked her client while she was, because you have conversations while you're with your masseuse, she's asked, hey, did you watch the Super Bowl? You're like, no, I didn't watch. Well, she just said, well, I watched it, and I watched it specifically for the halftime. She said, my boyfriend watched sports. I don't watch sports, but I watched the halftime show. I let in. Her client said, that's exactly why I didn't watch it, because of that. And she went on about Puerto Rico should be ashamed of stuff. They should be this. They stop forcing us. And the thing is, her client was under the assumption that her masseuse was white. She was under the impression that the lady that was, massaging her back or wherever was Caucasian. And guess what? After she went on this huge rant about Puerto Ricans, then the masseuse, my friend, was like, so I'm 100% Puerto Rican descent. I'm from such and such. She was like, oh, and she looked like she swallowed a canary. Y'all, you realize it's the world is so behind, but it's because people don't choose to do better and educate themselves. Okay? For those that make the time to educate themselves, I thank you. All right? I got to educate myself each and every day because I learn, right? I don't know everything about different cultures. I have to learn. I have to learn each and every day. All right? And I enjoy doing it because, hey, the more you know, the more you grow. The more you know, the more you grow. I'm going to tell you another story. Gentleman who I know, my family knows very well-established gentleman here in my hometown. Him and his wife attend this very popular seafood restaurant about twice a month, right? And this seafood restaurant is very popular. It's been in existence for a very long time. He had said during all the TVs that you have in the all the televisions that you have in the restaurant, you turned all your TVs there to the Turning Point USA halftime show. You had the Super Bowl on, and then you immediately switched to the Turning Point USA halftime show. The argument that he was making was, don't force your politics onto your patrons, especially if you don't ask. Like, I mean, you didn't get the opportunity to ask any of your patrons, like, hey, like, you mind if I turn here? You mind if I turn there? No, they just said, you're going to watch this. We could care less. Like, you don't do that in a place of business. Place of business should be apolitical. Place of business is nonpartisan whatsoever. Okay? Now, I have businesses. Do I talk politics when I'm talking in the moment in the same rooms when I'm talking about business? No, I don't. I don't. Now, this program is also a business of mine. Now, it's a program where I talk politics. I have my other businesses. Look, as I mentioned before, I'm an independent. I'm friends with conservatives, liberals, everywhere, all over. Okay, they know me. They know Arrington's views. I don't hold those back. But at the end of the day, I'm also not gonna invite you in a place of business with, say, a sign that says Republicans suck or a sign that says Democrats suck. No, I'm not. It's a place of business. It's a way you do things. Long story short, being that gentleman showed his colors of forcing his patrons to watch the worst Super Bowl halftime show, or the worst halftime. It was the worst thing on TV. It wasn't even a Super Bowl halftime because it wasn't at the Super Bowl. It wasn't even, it was on the same evening. You major patrons, those that are paying good money and that have paid good money for years, you force them to watch Kid Rock. Shame on you. And guess what? That friend shared and said, this is the last time they'll be getting my money because that showed me your true colors. If you support this, then I know exactly who you support and how you feel about me. Because here's the thing, y'all. People could care less who their clientele is. Most of the time, yeah, because they're already millionaires. They're like, whatever. I don't need to like them. I feed them. They come here. They pay me because they like my food and my service. They come here and give me their money. Because green goes all over. But it's a shame, and it's another conversation for another day on, black-owned businesses supporting other black-owned businesses and minority-owned businesses, not even black-owned, but just minority-owned businesses. That's a whole other conversation for a whole nother day. What else do I got for you? I'm looking at my time here. Let me stay in the political realm because I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm not going to have time to probably talk about the ShamWow guy, but let me share this here. So we all saw on social media the very offensive post that your President 47 put out where he depicted, or he posted the former President and First Lady Michelle Obama and Barack Obama as monkeys. Let me go ahead and play you this clip here.
So when the vote stopped counting, and this has been noted in other countries as well, President Trump was significantly ahead. When reporting and counting resumed, there was a massive spike occurred that favored Joe Biden.
I mean, that's just right there, my friends. That's just 2 seconds. That's very short because I didn't want to show you the whole thing because it's a full clip. It might be, I don't know, a minute and some change long where it shows Michelle and Barack Obama as monkeys. It shows what you got: Elizabeth Warren in there, you got Biden in there, you got Hakeem Jeffries. I don't know what kind of animals they were, but they were all different animals in the jungle. Very childish. Very childish. But again, you still shared that, you still put black people, okay, as monkeys. You hear me? As monkeys. Let me share you this here. So when it first came out, of course you had folks on the right trying to defend a white man. Just put a post where he had the faces of prominent black figures, placed them on the bodies of monkeys, and they were bouncing like in 2026. And that was from the President of the United States. Check this out. Legal and political strategist, I'm not even going to give her name because it's not worth the time, but she was on CNN defending Trump, defending this. This is what she had to say.
Trump won the Hispanic Latin vote by a historic margin, the most any other Republican has in history, the most black voters since the 1960s. He's not racist. Time and time again, he was on stage with Nicki Minaj the other day. I mean, this man is not racist. He made it very clear what happened in that statement. I stand by that, and I watched both that clip and the AI clip of the Jungle Book, or the Lion King, excuse me, with the music, and I thought, this isn't racist.
Brian?
So, because he was on stage with Nicki Minaj, a black woman, makes him not racist. See, it all goes back. Well, he has one black friend. That can't make him a racist. That can't make him a racist. Not at all. He's had the most black votes in what? Can't make him a racist. It can't. First of all, she said this was a video was in the Lion King. I don't remember apes being in the Lion King. And I've seen the Lion King a few times. I don't remember no apes being in the Lion King. And again, I mean, she embarrassed herself, but no, she didn't. She when they say who they really are, believe them the first time. She said he can't be racist. He was on stage with Nicki Minaj. First of all, Nicki Minaj is not included in the black community anymore. I don't know if you've heard. I don't know if you've heard lately here, but she is not accepted anymore. She got her card revoked a long time ago. A long time ago. This again is a period where we have folks who are struggling to pay for groceries, struggling to know when their next meal is, struggling to pay mortgages, struggling to pay their car payments, struggling to pay, debt, you name it, it's happening to all people. People are losing their pensions. People are losing healthcare coverages. In a world that is the richest country in the world, but because of greed, because of stupidity, okay, because of just lack of empathy, we are now receiving all the we're receiving the beatings because of what these individuals in Washington are doing. And I'm gonna tell you something else I thought which was pretty funny. So you have Tim Scott, Senator Tim Scott. When he saw the post, he's like, I hope it's not true. Oh, God, I hope it's not true. Tim Scott has been an ally of Trump forever. You hear me? Forever. When Trump had absolutely no black people supporting him, who was the first one? Tim freaking Scott. And Tim Scott was saying, I'm praying that it's fake. Praying that's fake. Because he called the post racist. About time a black man from South Carolina is finally speaking up. And see, and he has a powerful position there. A U.S. Senator, black man in South Carolina, but he's a Republican and he's MAGA. And he's calling it, he hopes it's fake, but the funny thing is, it ain't. It's real, Scott. It's real. It is very real. And check out this. Because again, this is coming from the man, again, who was one of Trump's biggest allies. Remember this moment?
You're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's... You're the senator of his state, and...
I just love you. Golly, that's why I got to take a sip of water. Makes me want to hurl just hearing that. I just love you. I love you. I mean, him, Byron Donald. I mean, oh my gosh. Please just wipe the brown stuff off your nose already. Like, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's really a lot. But now, you know, Tim Scott is having his FAFO moment because, you know, how do you continue to support an individual like that, Senator? Oh, because you have to you remember Trump said he's not apologizing for the post. So you can't say that you're gonna ignore that and still stand behind your leader, even though he looks at you as an ape. Okay, I mean he did it with a black couple. He gonna do it to you. And on top of that, look, the list goes on and on because in addition to that, Trump has had his moments where he has shared who he really is. And now let me go ahead and just give you a quick rundown of what I mean by that. Let me see if I can, because I'm looking at my time here. I want to have the time to share this with you all. Here we go. So Victor Blackwell, I believe his name is, from CNN. I mean, he named just a small handful of controversial moments that you could literally question the president on being is he a fan of black people or is he not a fan? Check this out.
First of all, what more would they need to see? I'm sitting with that question after President Trump reposted something racist again. The president shared a video depicting the Obamas as apes. Senator Tim Scott posted that he was praying it was fake before acknowledging it was the most racist thing he'd seen out of this White House. We knew it wasn't fake from jump. The White House defended the post. In a statement, they said, please stop the fake outrage. Well, apparently the outrage was real enough for them to delete the post and then blame it on an unnamed White House staffer before the president then undercut that claim and said he watched the meme, but not the Obama part. Republican Congressman John James condemned the video, but after seeing it and all that the president has said and done and posted, James said the president is not racist. Well, what more would he need to see? Over the years, the president's excusers have said that he doesn't have a racist bone in his body and that no one knows what's in his heart. What more would you need to see? President Trump, to this day, emphasizes President Obama's middle name, Hussein. He famously pushed the baseless theory that he wasn't really born in the U.S. Why? What more would they need to see? He told 4 American congresswomen of color to go back to their countries. He posted a meme of Hakeem Jeffries wearing a sombrero. He consistently refers to black female politicians as low IQ individuals. Why? What more would they need to see? The president asked, why can't we get more people from Norway, more Swedes, more Danes, none of those garbage Somalis, none of those shithole country Haitians with their eating of cats and dogs, Afghans out, Venezuelans out. We'll take some South Africans, but the white ones. What more would they need to see? President Trump says the cities of Baltimore and Chicago are hellholes. He specifically cites Atlanta, Detroit, and Philadelphia when he cracked down on alleged election fraud. Why? What more would they need to see? How many times can the president say or do something racist and elected Republicans continue to insist that he is not racist? What more would they need to see?
Ooh, 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 ooh. Mm, 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 ah. mic drop. I mean, like, Victor said all. Look, Victor hosts an early morning weekend program on CNN. This man said all that in the morning. Imagine starting your Saturday morning with that. Lord have mercy. But is he lying? See, when folks ask me, Arrington, why are you not a fan of Trump? Why? I always start with, there was one person that made it his mission to prove why Obama is not a U.S. citizen. Out of all the presidents that we've had in the past, he's the only one to question this one's citizenship because, well, his middle name is Hussein, so that's already a red flag. He made it his mission ever since there was a highly qualified, educated black man or man of color, however you want to put it, because he has his mother is Caucasian, his father is black, he's Kenyan, I believe. This man, Harvard grad, beautiful wife, 2 beautiful kids, no scandals, no backlash. He's like, oh, something has to be up. So this is insane. Something must be wrong. This is not real. And see, everything what Trump does, he does it out of jealousy of the Obamas, at least in my opinion. So that was 1. 2, the exonerated 5, again, exonerated, has yet to ever receive a public apology from the president who initially wanted to put out a bounty on them, or you know, he accused them. He said they're guilty, and he talked trash at the time when they were kids, teenagers, and they're exonerated. They're innocent. There was no proof shown that the acts, that it was no proof at all, because it never happened. The lady even admitted that. And you heard it. I mean, crap hole countries only going to blue cities, sending all these ICE agents. I mean, what more proof do you need, ladies and gents? What more proof is it? Yet alone, this man continues to be a divisive individual. Shout out to the late great Rob Reiner, who was murdered. Yet Trump has nothing nice to say. I mean, my goodness. Y'all, this is just a prime example of why elections has consequences. I get it. We're all tired of hearing the same old from politicians left and right. It gets old. But you have to continue to vote. There is no other option. Your voice is your vote. You're seeing every time when you turn on the TV screens, there's a historic election where a House seat is flipped or this seat is flipped. And a lot of Trump's districts have been going blue. All right? And let's see how these midterms go. My friends, that is my time. I hope y'all enjoy the combo. I thank you for sticking with us here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Be sure to tune in weeknights. Conversations. Some conversations. So look, y'all take care, stay safe, stay informed. I'll talk to y'all soon.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.